It's the second winter, and Kelly is about to take a delivery of windows that'll finally seal his building.
It'll be warm in there. It'll be such a pleasure to work, and I don't care what you throw at me anymore. It'll be warm.
These are the one element Kelly couldn't do on his own. Each of the 30 windows has been custom made, costing £20,000.
Oh man, is that cool?
If there's just glass in an oak frame, then there's going to be a lot of arguing with each other because glass doesn't like to bend and green oak does. So having a steel frame in there is going to mean that the glass is protected from all that.
The sale of the barn pays for all of this and for the bespoke glass bath that Kelly's commissioned from glass artist Jeff Bell.
Hello.
Hi Kelly, how you doing?
Long time no see.
Good.
Sorry, it's been way too long.
It's quite all right.
Is that mine?
This is the one.
Oh dear. Well, isn't that just so beautiful? I just love these riven edges and organic lines that this bath has got. That is just a piece of art. Yeah, you're a genius.
Like everything in this house, it's handcrafted, but it isn't cheap. Tell me where you are with money.
Well, you know, you're never really happy to spend it, but certainly things have got a lot better since the house is sold.
Yeah, so you're not living on your credit cards anymore?
No, no.
And in terms of how much you've spent so far, do you know where you are? Do you know where?
Roughly. I should know better, but I don't have an accountant. But I reckon I've spent about 75,000.
Against the original budget of what, which was?
80 to 100.
Okay, so that's 100 to 120.
Yes, I'd say so. Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
But still very tolerable.
I could still do it for 100.
I'm amazed that Kelly has managed to get this far, having only spent 75,000. But with all the internal fit-out yet to happen, this house is a long way from being finished. One mammoth task is laying the underfloor heating pipes. These will be fuelled by a ground source heat pump and Kelly's willows.
They've been in the ground for, this is their second winter now.
Is it? They put on, what, 3 metres, 4 metres in some cases. That's very good, but not hugely thick.
No, because if we cut them now, they're going to be putting on a lot more next year.
Yeah. You're kind of investing all the energy in the roots so that they kind of spring it on and come up even thicker.
Yes.
Not so much tall, but actually more harvestable and lower down.
Yes.
So I'll use this, yeah?
Yes.
Big one here. Being willow, these have got quite a high moisture content, haven't they?
Yeah.
So how long do you have to dry them out before you can sensibly burn them, do you think?
It'd be nice to cut them in the spring to burn for the following winter, I would have thought.
Oh yeah.
Get it down to about 26, 28%.
Yeah. The idea here is that you are self-sufficient. I mean, you're self-sustaining. You grow your own food, you grow your own fuel. All the waste that you produce goes back into the land.
Yes, yes.
Spring arrives, and with it, a bunch of Kelly's old carpentry pals to lend a hand with the clay plastering. And for once, Kelly's happy to accept some help.
Hello. Richie boy, how are you doing, man?
Good, man. Good.
Hearts of oak.
Great.
And even I'm giving a hand as chief mixer and general dog's body.
Right, it's a bit dry. Oh, hang on. That's too dry. More water,
It's
please.
too dry. No, you're the masters. I'm just the
Definitely
lady.
going on.
I'll take it back.
See, it drops off, you see.
It's too dry.
Too dry. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's the trouble about working with prima donnas. Upstairs, the internal walls are covered in reed mats and then plastered.
It doesn't seem too bad.
Looks all right to me. So, Kelly, how many coats then?
It takes 3 altogether. There's 2 scratches.
3?
Yes. And about 2 weeks before the first one goes fully dry, before you can give it a key.
That's 6 weeks.
No, the second coat's quicker because it's got something to suck the moisture out.
Okay, it's probably going on thinner as well. Yeah.
And the third coat is just 2 or 3 mils thick.
A float coat.
Yes.
For that fine, polished finish.
And it's not going to be this colour at all. It's going to be kind of a light sandy colour, the final coat, which is also clay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see, it's a different colour. It's a different finer clay that goes on, so you've got a different product.
Yes.
This has gone so well today. It begs the question why you didn't get this lot here before. Why you didn't get some help in before.
Just habits. And I work best on my own.
Habits!
But, you know, one by one, you know, and actually I've started enjoying it, actually. I mean, today having so many people has been, wow.
They could help put down some insulation, lay the flooring, they could help you build the balustrade, they could help you paint, they could help do a lot of stuff, couldn't they?
I don't imagine that I'd get as many friends coming out of the woodwork as has happened today every day, really.
After the big plaster party, Kelly is back to working on his own. Along with the electrics and plumbing, he's also doing all the finishing joinery himself. But being Kelly, some of the ideas are less than conventional. So is this wood for burning? Is this Leylandii?
It is.
You've felled it, yeah? What are you going to use it for then?
I thought perfect handrails.
You can't get a kind of decent handrail out of that, surely.
That's one thing I love about working with wood in its natural form is people always look at it and say, you're never going to use that for a newel post, you'll never use that for a bit of furniture. But then, you know, seeing their face change when it's tidied up.
Well, prove it to me. Is this dry enough to work?
Yes. That's lovely.
It doesn't exactly peel like sweet chestnuts. It's a bit like trying to remove the warts from an ogre's face. No matter how hard you try, it'll still be ugly.
Don't listen to him, Tree. I still love you.
It requires a labour of devotional love to turn timber from a tree that's a horticultural thug into something beautiful. But wood is where Kelly is most at home. He's even making and carving each oak door in the house with a separate design. You've got an idea in your head of what you're doing here to this door?
In this case, I'm using reed.
I'll hold that.
If you just keep them kind of a little bit spaced aside and hanging over.
That kind of thing, yeah. So I'm going to stand here like the artist's model. You sort of developed this method of cutting the timber and carving it, but with a router. It's not chiseled.
It is mostly router work. By just changing the depth of it, you can get kind of dimension to what you're rebating into the wood.
And it doesn't end up like a kind of sixth form woodworking project.
Well, that's all in the eye of the beholder, really.
We are talking degree quality routing here. This isn't O-level.
No, it's...
Okay, no, I'm looking forward to it.
There we go.
But there is more than art required here. Masako's even braving high winds to work up on the roof to complete the tiling.
I used the harness because I was scared of height. I just wanted to take off Kelly's workload because he had so many things to do.
Despite the hundreds of little first and second fix jobs that lie ahead, it's clear there's to be no compromise here, right down to the herringbone floor. In early April, the plan for self-sufficiency leaps forward with the arrival of the first wind turbine.
It does a 20 amp supply, this wind turbine, which is just about enough to do fluorescent lighting and maybe one socket for a while. So it's a supplementary supply. And I got it from India, as it happens. And I thought if I buy from India, then I'd be maybe fortunate, because if they'd be supplying local villages, then they'd probably be wanting to buy something they can do repairs on themselves. So a bit of a Land Rover of a wind turbine. Well, what do you think of that, Asa, hey? Free power. Yes.
Kelly and Masako's dream is materializing.